welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner. I promise one day we'll go into the nostalgia of it all. But today, this is another Get Fit With Me series. As you can tell, I'm back at the original location of it all. Thank God. Anyway, so this is going to be yoga edition. We're going to finally get back to it and continue finishing up the January series of me doing yoga every day. I wanted to wait until I got completely back from vacation and get out of that vacation mode to get back to it and get my routines and all that together. So that's what we're going to do today. This one's is called Kind. And again, it's by a fellow YouTuber, Yoga with Adriene. If you want to follow her, I'll put her link under the description. And that's what it's going to be. So I'm not sure if I'm going to voice over this again or not. I typically do. But I rather, if you want to do the routine, you just go to her channel and do that. Support her because I'm not trying to steal her content. So anyway, here we go. Yoga time. I also should mention, be on the lookout for Whisper. You know she's going to be part of this, so just FYI. In this routine, we're starting off laying down on our stomach. So this is kind of unusual, but this is how we're starting right now. From this pose, we transition to a modified Sphinx pose. From the modified Sphinx pose, we are now transitioning over to I believe it's called a heart to earth pose, or puppy posture is the other term for it, but that's what we're doing right now. From the puppy posture, we're transitioning over to downward facing dog. Also, if you notice, Whisper actually, during the puppy posture, was actually going in between me, walking in between me. So that's witnessed as well. We are now pedaling the dog. From downward facing dog, we now put one foot in the middle of the mat and then the other to transition to a downward forward bend. I know you don't notice this, but one of the things that I'm also doing with this downward forward bend is I actually have my hands underneath my feet to get a little bit more of a stretch. From the downward forward bend, we are now transitioning back over to a plank pose. From the plank pose, we move to either a cobra or a vinyasa, whichever one you chose to do. I personally just did cobra. Now we are transitioned over to tabletop position. As you can now have noticed already with this practice, it is a little bit more of a chilled relaxation practice this time around. So just FYI. Now, while in the tabletop position, we are now transitioning over to cat cow poses and doing whatever version of cat cow you would like to do. I'm trying to have just a little bit more fun with it, doing some figure eights and whatnot. Doing whatever version of cat cow you were doing, we are back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we put one foot and then the other foot in the middle of the mat, and then slowly transitioning over to the front of the mat. Now we are root to rising to mountain pose, and don't mind my little fupa, no fat shaming over here. From mountain pose, we're doing a slight back bend with your hands behind your back. From the modified back bend, we put our hands up above our head, volcano pose, to then flutter our hands down to doing another back bend. On the forward bend, we are now moving our right foot back to a lunge, a low lunge. And as you can see, she's back. Now we're kind of doing, I'm not exactly sure what this pose is called. I would say it's kind of like a modified side angle pose. And from there, we are going to have like a modified warrior 2 pose. I should mention we're going to end up doing this on both sides, so. If you're wondering if I'm petting Whisper, the answer is yes. After doing the sequence of both sides, we are now back to standing forward back bend. From the forward bend, we are root to rising back to mountain pose. Now we've switched over to wide-legged stance, where we're going to do the star pose. From a wide-legged forward bend, we now are back up with wide legs still, and just kind of waving your hands around and just, basically relaxing. I'm not sure what this pose is called or what she had us doing exactly, but it was kind of like a windmill, like a human windmill. You go one way and then the other. From that modified windmill thing that she had us doing, we now are back now to a wide-legged standing forward bend. I'm trying to get a final stretch. From slowly rising up, you now have the option to either heel toe back, which was the option I chose, or you could have jumped with your feet together, really together. I know it seems like I'm standing for a while, but she had us doing some breathing exercises prior to the close of the practice while standing. We are basically at the close of the practice where we are going in prayer hands. So there it is. So that concludes the yoga practice for today. It was a lot more of a relaxation type of yoga. It seems like that's what this series is this time around. And maybe it's based upon, some of the other things I mentioned, that it just feels like everyone's just like this. and everyone just needs to be like this, including myself, clearly. But anyway, you also saw the appearance that you always will see unless I'm not in my normal location. A Whisper, the infamous Whisper. That's just what she does. She's a star and she knows it. Anyway, I just wanted to say I hope you enjoy the content, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Wow, words, use them. It's not that hard, girl. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.